Elon Musk and Twitter's boards just announced that they will be working together to expand their business. Elon Musk was about to be added to Twitter's list of shareholders when something outrageous occurred that complicated the arrangement. And since Musk has always given back and been concerned about the welfare of his customers, he therefore takes care to speak out against all fraudulent acts that occur in the companies, even when they're done in secret. On social media, the Twitter deal has sparked a massive uproar. What was supposed to be a groundbreaking agreement for both businesses is now the subject of a contentious online debate. This is what transpired between the two businesses. As the deal was set to be kept secret, Musk learned through a variety of sources that roughly 20% of Twitter accounts are fake. He said that the majority of Twitter accounts are spam and have flaws, and that there are actually 4% more bogus accounts than the business states. Musk learned about this from a number of sources, and he quickly took drastic action that stunned the Twitter organization. However, it was expected that the Twitter company would refute all of the allegations. Agrawal, the Twitter CEO, quickly claimed on Twitter that what Elon Musk said was a complete fabrication and that only 5% of the accounts are spam or fake. He added that this percentage is to be expected from a massive company with trillions of user accounts. The CEO then, however, went on to say that the Twitter board takes the fraudulent operations extremely seriously. In other words, he described the company's extensive process for examining the accounts, which results in the deletion of about 50,000 accounts each day. It ensures that there are no spam bots on the platform. As the conflict is still ongoing, Musk remained adamant about what he had said despite Twitter's explanations of all the charges. Elon Musk will never take his words back, especially when they've created a huge rage on the internet. Elon Musk then took the initiative to file a lawsuit after all the Twitter spats and continued his remarks by saying that if the Twitter company's assertions are true, they should be verified in court as a final caution. According to him, the transaction will only go through if the corporation can demonstrate in court that only 5% of the accounts are fraudulent. Elon Musk will never back down from taking risky actions, even if they're as simple as a tweet. He used the Twitter handles in a manner that neither the Twitter board nor the general public anticipated. During a heated dispute between the two businesses, Elon Musk sent out a tweet to demonstrate the presence of the spam bots to the court. And he went a step further by tagging every Twitter account involved. His post demonstrating the spam bots was followed by another tweet asking, "Anyone home?" to ensure that everyone saw it. This two-word tweet had many hidden messages, including an address to the entire Twitter board. Musk's repeated tweets prompted the Twitter board to take the issue seriously and address the escalating tension. The board, however, was unable to support its assertions. They can only describe their elaborate procedures for identifying spam bot activity on the site. The Twitter board explained that they take random sampling of people and verify their authenticity to eradicate the spam bots. Unimpressed, Musk persisted in his intention to look into a termination option. For all parties, but especially the Twitter board, the deal is crucial. Elon Musk is the richest man in the world and has an exceptional mind, therefore he can handle the unfavorable effects. The Twitter board is keen to reach a settlement with Musk since they're aware that it will harm their business, and their subsequent strategy confirms this. Following the continuous conflict, the Twitter board has developed a fresh proposal in an effort to salvage this agreement at all costs. The Washington Post reports that Twitter's board intends to comply with Musk's demands by granting him access to the entire fire hose, which is a data feed that contains about 500 million tweets per day. However, since Twitter charges over 24 companies for access to the firehose, this information is not exclusive. The data in the firehose is important because it includes a live log of tweets as well as details on the accounts that are posting them. For Musk, receiving access to the firehose is a genuinely rare offer because it will allow him to learn Twitter's secrets firsthand. Additionally, he will have access to every piece of information he has ever desired. But the story is still not clear. Although the Twitter board agreed to provide Musk access to its firehose, it's still unclear whether Musk's defense attorney would see the data as a solution to his complaints. According to the legal team behind Musk, the firehose should nonetheless disclose more details about Twitter's internal operations in order to determine the quantity of spam accounts and bot activities on the network, which could have an impact on the company's ad revenue. That is, if all of the confidential information will be included in the data that the Twitter team provides. Elon Musk wants this social media platform to be free of any frauds because he has always valued it and uses his Twitter account frequently. Elon Musk has thought of every possible way to improve the user experience on Twitter. In brief, he knows what he has to do with the platform. You might be surprised to learn that, at least in terms of shareholder expectations, Musk's plans are the exact opposite of what Twitter already offers. Additionally, skeptics contend that Musk will have complete freedom if he makes this business private. As a result, there's a big chance that he will drastically alter the business once it falls into his hands. Musk is adamant about fundamentally altering the platform and offers some suggestions for how Twitter should minimize its reliance on advertising as a source of revenue. He wants to get rid of board members' salaries and increase revenue by coming up with innovative ways to monetize tweets. He also wants an upgrade to the $2.99 per month Twitter Blue membership plan to include the verified blue checkmark, an ad-free interface, and more editing options. Elon Musk's legal team has increased the pressure on Twitter by threatening to walk away from the deal if the social media platform's spam bot data is not provided. Given the strain the firm is still under, it poses a serious threat to Twitter. Though one thing's for sure, if Elon Musk accepts this deal as the shareholder of the company, he will get all his demands fulfilled by the Twitter board. Speaking specifically on the most recent letter from the company, Mr. Musk believes that the Twitter board is purposefully battling and undermining his information rights and associated obligations under the merger agreement. According to Musk's legal team, this is a clear, significant infringement of Twitter's merger agreement duties, and Mr. Musk reserves all rights arising from it, including the right not to complete the deal and the right to cancel the merger agreement. The New York Times reports that one of Twitter's concerns regarding information sharing has been Musk's prior claims, made both publicly and privately, that he was thinking about developing a competing social media site. Such problems are typically resolved by limiting who has access to such data. Musk co-wrote the letter and promised to impose strict secrecy restrictions on anyone who examined Twitter's personal data. He has also said that he won't maintain or share any private information about Twitter if the deal falls through. Industry sources claim that once Musk has access to the stream of tweets from Twitter, he will probably need a team of experts to analyze the data, as well as the computing power to handle and store the enormous volume of data. While the data would provide Musk knowledge of how many Twitter accounts were fake, it would also give him information he would need to grow his company if the acquisition went through. Musk has disclosed to investors his plans to launch a new payment service and diversify Twitter's revenue streams away from advertising. For many years, Twitter assessed its user base by disclosing the number of people who visited the site each month, much like many of its competitors did. But in 2019, the company switched to a metric known as monetizable daily active users, or more specifically, the number of people who are engaged on the site every day and may be used to produce advertising income. In April, Twitter asserted that there were 229 million monetizable daily active users while standing firm that only 5% are bots. The conflict between the two businesses is still ongoing, and although Musk has access to a lot of information, the Twitter board still denies that 20% of the accounts are fake. How about you? Do you believe that Twitter spam bots are only 5%, or do you agree with Elon Musk that it's definitely more than that? Leave us your comments in the comments section below.